time for the match game. Hollywood Squares. Our with from Dallas, Vern Fitzgerald. From Hill Street Blues, Rene Enriquez. From Night Court, Richard Moll. Marty Cohen. George Goebel. And the stars of the match game, Hollywood Squares are Gene Rayburn and John Bowman. Bunch. Thank you. Oh, hello.
Berserk.
We just started. You broke your mic already? What did you do here?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you didn't break it.
I didn't break it, see?
Okay. All right. Well, we got an enthusiastic bunch there and here, too. I don't want anybody to hear me.
Yeah.
This is just going to be between you and me.
Right.
I just found out that it's your birthday. We're not going to make a big deal about it. Just a simple, got a very small cake because you're a small person. There it is. One candle.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's sweet.
That's very nice.
Feliz cumpleaños, George.
¿Cómo se dice, René?
Feliz cumpleaños.
Cumpleaños?
Cumpleaños.
Which means pass the cupcake.
Okay, let's begin by greeting our two players here. We have Jan Castle and Tom Whitesell.
Correct.
Okay. Whitesell.
A lot of people say that.
All right, Jan, we'll find out about you first.
All right, I'm a law student at Pepperdine University in Malibu. And in my spare time, I study. And when I'm not busy with that, I study. And for real excitement, I study.
It's tough
So it's-
going, isn't it? What year are you in?
I'm beginning my second year.
Well, you've got a difficult road ahead of you, but good luck
2 more
there,
years.
Jan. And here,
Thank
too.
you.
Tom, is it Whitesell or Whitesell?
It's Whitesell.
Whitesell.
Right.
All right. Tell us about you, please.
Well, I'm currently a student in the Graduate School of Management at UCLA.
Yeah.
So getting my MBA, I'll be graduating in June. So I don't quite study as much as the law school students do, but I get my share in.
Yeah.
And when I graduate, I plan on going to Australia and taking a tour of the Barrier Reef.
Really?
Right.
Are you a surfer or a...
Surfer, water sports fanatic.
Yes. Do you windsurf?
Windsurf is my newest.
It's difficult, isn't it?
Very difficult.
Yes.
At first.
Yeah, well, after you fall down in the water and climb up on that surfboard 40 times, your chest is all raw. At least mine was. Oh, it's a tough sport, but it's a lot of fun. All right, let's begin the match game. We'll play 3 rounds. The winner will challenge a returning champion on Hollywood Squares for a chance to win up to $30,000. Jan, we'll ask you to go first because you won the toss.
All right, I'll take aging.
A. A says, Joey's the world's weirdest jockey. Not bad. Instead of horseshoes, his horse wears blanks. Instead of horseshoes. Cumpleaños.
L-E-A-N-O-S.
All right. Ready, Jan?
If you're going to choose.
We're not. Are we ready over there?
Sure.
Yes.
Here we go.
We ready.
Joey is the world's weirdest jockey. Instead of horseshoes, his horse wears blanks.
Ballet slippers.
Ballet slippers. What kind of horse was that? I can just see that horse going along the track.
Yeah.
Ballet slippers. Funny, right?
I'm a dancer, and I didn't even think of that. No, the answer is high heels like Marty Cohen is wearing.
She wouldn't
See?
Very
I know.
good.
This is the answer, Jan.
That's it. You've got it. The definitive answer. What'd you say?
He is wearing them, but when he wears his tennis shoes, he's only about 4'6", right, Marty?
Renee.
Well, I was going to copy from Richard, but when I saw those tennis shoes, I said, no way.
Yeah.
So I have ballet shoes.
Ballet shoes. Nobody.
What do you do? You
That's
copy
one
from Marty,
for
right?
Jan.
No way.
Ballet shoes.
Oh, I had this written out, but then I realized it was not the horse, but the horse's grandmother who wore combat boots.
Oh, yeah.
Why didn't? That's not my answer.
That's not his
Now
answer.
they're voicing things that aren't even answers. I can't believe it. Actually, I also wrote ballet shoes and threw it out and wrote tap shoes instead. So
not
sorry.
bad.
I was very
Tap
close
shoes.
to you.
All right, birthday boy.
Well, I got a picture, you know, the horse with the ballet slipper, you know. He comes sashaying out there with his hoof on his hip, you know. Just kind of cute, I thought. So I
cute
wrote
horse.
ballet slippers, too.
Very good, George. Okay.
I thought you said weird.
Yes, weird.
Weird to me means kind of kinky.
Right.
I said spiked heels.
See, like,
Ideas.
So Fern and I were kind of.
You do think about him a lot, don't you? You do think about him a lot, yeah.
I'm not wearing.
All right. Now, Tom, let's see how you do with your round one question. The guru said, it's very easy to do this. To be enlightened, one must give up sex. It is very easy to give up sex. Every night, just dip your wife in blank. The guru said to be enlightened, one must give up sex. It is easy to give up sex. Every night, just dip your wife in blank.
you said this was going to be easy, Gene?
This is an easy one.
Just said it was a hard one.
No, now that I think about it, it's an easy one. Okay, Tom, we're ready for you. The guru said to be enlightened, one must give up sex. It is easy to give up sex. Every night, just dip your wife in blank.
In skunk odor?
Skunk
I couldn't
odor.
come up with it.
Carry a bottle of that around with you all the time?
Taxi, please. Taxi. Could I get a taxi, please?
Well, now, he got the idea. Something that would be unpleasant to the olfactory system is what we were after here. Garlic,
guess.
skunk odor, or, you know, anything like
Something
that.
like that. Well,
what do you say?
when I pass those guys working with tar, I have to close the window
right.
and hold my breath. So I said, tar, then feather her.
Tar, then feather her. Oh,
You got a little carried away, didn't you?
she might like the feathering.
The audience liked it. Thanks, friends.
What did you say?
I couldn't think of an answer, so I just drew a picture of my girlfriend instead.
All right.
Would you like to see her?
Yeah, let's see what she looks like.
Forget it, she's naked. Maybe later. I said garlic.
Garlic is good. Garlic is good. Dip her in garlic oil. Renee?
Well, I never have drank this particular thing, so I don't like it, so I said milk.
You hate milk.
I hate milk.
Leche. Leche.
That's good reasoning, Renee. Attaboy.
That would really not be bad, see? Because milk has a pleasant taste. You've never tasted milk?
No.
He doesn't like it.
I don't
Okay.
like milk.
All right. Okay. What have you got, John? Dip your wife in what?
Well, I was going to say skunk odor, but, you know, it's a little hard to get a hold of. Now, I figure that people, you know, when they're involved in this kind of activity are kind of hot, so this could be very dangerous if you do it gasoline, see? Because it could flare up and...
All right. What do you say, George?
I said, you know, like in case you do get tempted, you
Yes.
know, which is entirely possible, use olive oil. You'll slip right out of bed onto the floor.
Olive oil. Slip right off. That's right.
I think Renee's got some weird thing going with his mom if you don't like milk. But I say you must have a very hot time. I say lighter fluid.
Lighter
Lighter
fluid.
fluid.
So there's the round one. In Jan's favor. Round two coming up in a moment or so. But first we have to do a little business with you. Here we go with the round two. Jan's ahead. You'll go first.
I will take B.
All right. Now, 4 people play. Fern, Richard, John, and Marty. The cannibal said, when we roast people, we put an apple in their mouth. Tonight, we're using a watermelon, and that's because we're roasting blank.
What a convoluted.
Oh, my.
All right. Help with a little spelling there. Jan. The cannibal said when we roast most people, we put an apple in their mouth. Tonight we're using a watermelon. That's because we're roasting blank.
Orson Welles.
Orson Welles. He's big.
He's big.
We were really after someone who has a large mouth here.
Oh.
That would be the idea. What did you say?
Well, originally I said Marty Cohen, and then I changed it to Phyllis Diller.
Does she have a big mouth?
Sure, she's a big mouth.
Oh, all right. What'd you say?
Doesn't anybody want to see a picture of my girlfriend? She's
the big
naked.
There it is.
Is that a body?
Yeah.
Thank you. I said, hey, I said Marty Cohen.
There you go.
Do you have that reputation? Do you have a big mouth?
They just are making reference to the fact that I tend to talk a lot.
Oh, I see.
I'm not playing, but I said Marty Cohen too.
Oh, all right. What did you say, John?
I would have said myself.
Right.
However,
That was one of the
really
possibilities.
we should have let George write on his birthday because he had a terrific answer that I stole from him. Martha Ray.
Martha Ray.
Very good.
All right, let's look at his anyway.
I said I stole it.
Oh, Martha Ray. Oh,
Yeah,
I stole it. Oh, you stole it from him. Okay.
It's appropriate that they picked me because I was somewhere in the deep twilight zone during this question, and I totally misunderstood it. And
new?
I thought a watermelon. Instead of a pig, you roasted. I said an elephant. I have no idea. Shut up, Marty. No idea. I visited Rod Serling. I went.
You weren't even listening.
I was listening.
Marty.
You were not listening.
I was listening with his ears, and that's what happened.
We're gonna dock your salary. We're not gonna pay you for this show.
Okay, that's
All
a
right.
deal.
Are we done yet?
I'm sorry.
Yes. Ready, Tom? Here we go.
I don't know.
Tough Teddy is really tough. He's the only guy in the world who uses barbed wire as blank. That's how tough he is.
I'm not showing you. I'm not showing you because you cheat.
Could I see that last question again? Really?
You don't get second chances
I
here.
don't get
One
what
shot is all you get at it.
I don't understand what happened there. Elephant seemed like the logical thing at the time.
All right, Tom.
All right.
Tough Teddy is really tough. He's the only guy in the world who uses barbed wire as blank.
This dental floss.
Very good. Oh, Tom's okay.
He is. Tom, you're great. And for Tom Whitesell, we have dental floss.
There we go. That'll certainly get the plaque off, won't it?
Yeah. I think so.
All
Dental
right.
floss.
That's 2 for those. Renee, what do you got to say?
Dental floss.
Score is now 3-2. The game tightens up here.
I have 2 dentists in my family, so dental floss.
There are other good answers.
I had a necktie, one of those Western string ties. But
that
it
what you
wasn't-
had?
I'm sorry I thought of it. Just for
No, that's
credit.
all right. Wait a minute.
You can show it, though.
You have to show
Oh, there it
to
is.
keep it legal
You
here.
don't trust me, Gene?
Oh, I trust you, but somebody over there
Oh,
doesn't.
I'll try to.
I don't trust you either.
Some weirdo sitting down over there is not too trustworthy.
When is he going to split up the cake here? We've been waiting.
I must have gone out into the twilight zone or something because I said elephant, and I don't even. No, I didn't say
No, you
that.
didn't
I
say
said
that.
dental floss.
The hell? All right for Tom. Well, look at this. We've got the tables turned. 5-2 the score. Third and last round right after this.
From classic concentration to match game Hollywood Squares Hour.
Right to agree, and you win the game.
Never have so many shows been so primed for prime time. Buzzer Prime, weeknights starting at 8, right here on Buzzer.
Third and final round coming up. And Tom, since you're ahead, you go first this time.
Okay, I'll take A.
All right. One person plays, and it's the birthday boy. George, you are the only player. Chester said, I think my doctor used to be a veterinarian. When he examined me, he didn't tell me to cough, he told me to blink.
We can do it.
I wish it wasn't my birthday.
I think my doctor used to be a veterinarian. When he examined me, he didn't tell me to cough. He told me to blink.
To bark.
Bark. All right. Bark, meow, all the number.
Well, I thought of course, Chester. I was thinking of in Gunsmoke who would be riding a horse, and so I said Neigh or Winnie.
Neigh or Winnie. The horse's answer. All right.
Show that around.
So, Tom, you stay at 5, and that gives Jan a chance to tie it with 3, win it with 4. Ready?
Door
Here
is
it is. Rodney Dangerfield said, "Oh, even my father gave me no respect.
Oh, I'll tell you.
When we played catch, he didn't use a baseball. Instead, he threw a blank at me."
We all do this? No, you don't.
Even my father.
All of us do?
You don't play. George, you don't play.
Do we play?
But if you want to give him an answer, because he is a little slow today.
Don't you copy of me.
Hey, my father didn't give me no respect. You play, right.
Boogie.
It would say don't write.
It does say that.
That's because he's not playing.
How come?
Oh.
You're playing.
You did as well as we did. Say worse. We should be playing. We want Renee to be able to play too. Please. Yes, ma'am.
Oops. No.
Here we go. Rodney Dangerfield said, "Even my father didn't give me no respect. When we played catch, he didn't use a baseball. Instead, he threw a blank at me."
Tomato?
A tomato. That's
Tomato.
That's all right. Tomato wouldn't hurt too much, though, would it?
No.
What did you say, Fern?
Well, being up here, I can see everybody else's answer.
Yes.
And it's not what I said. It's not what she said, unfortunately, but it's
What they
better
said?
than what they said.
Bowling
I said a
ball.
bowling ball.
That's a good one. That would hurt.
They liked it?
Richard?
I figured he had a serious love-hate problem with the father with the heavy balance on the hate.
Yeah.
So I said grenade.
Grenade. All right, so that means Tom wins the game. Jan, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you
We're
so
going to send
much.
some gifts to you from the match game.
Wonderful.
Jan Castle, ladies and gentlemen. Right there, please, sir. Now we're going to switch to Hollywood Squares. We congratulate you. Here comes the rest of our set. We'll bring on 3 more celebrities. John and I will trade places. Lots more excitement coming along. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
A member of our studio audience will receive Jules Jurgensen elegantly styled watches, ladies quartz analog with rectangular case, 6 diamonds and mesh bracelet, plus a gents quartz analog day date in a carat-clad case with matching bracelet furnished by Jules Jurgensen. Hollywood Square, hour with from On Stage America, Randy Oates. From another world, Anna Stewart. From Trapper John, M.D., Brian Mitchell. And taking over, the star of the Hollywood Squares, John Bowman.
And we will return to play Hollywood Squares right after these messages. Be there.
And now, John Bowman and the Hollywood Squares.
And here he is, Tom Weitzel, who made mincemeat of his opponent in Match Game and is zipping right onward to Hollywood Squares. 3 brand new celebrities. They are Brian Mitchell, Anna Stewart from Another World, and Randy Oates. And Brian has promised. We had a long discussion about what we might do in this spot on the show. Brian and I discussed this backstage, and we came to the conclusion that Brian should do his impression of a Rainbird sprinkler. Brian, you're on.
First time on television, folks.
Brian Mitchell, a man of many talents. And as soon as we find out what any of them are, we'll be sure to show them to you. Why don't you and I zip over here and play Hollywood Squares, Tom Weitzel? Hey, that was good. Did you ever have a comedy act or anything like that?
A comedy act? No, no one will have me.
Okay, here's our defending champion. Her name is Kelly Salisbury. Her total so far in 2 days of play, $22,650. And that ain't hay. She is, we have mentioned this twice at least, she's a dental assistant and a choreographer. That's right. An unlikely combination. Yeah. She has probably never flossed with barbed wire.
No.
But she is from Baker. What's Bakersfield like at this time of year?
Very hot. Very hot. About 100 degrees.
Well, you've been pretty hot for a couple of days on Hollywood Squares. Let's see if you can continue that streak as we play this game until you hear the time's up bell. Whoever is ahead at that point is, logically enough, the winner. Goes on to play Super Match, which can be worth up to $30,000. You did win 20 on your first day here. First game's always worth $100, 25 for every square. Kelly, you're the champ. You get to start. Pick a star.
Richard, please.
Richard Mall from Night Court.
Hey, come on, huh? I haven't even said anything yet.
That was quite an imitation, though, of Richard Mall. You're in England in the 1790s.
This isn't Burbank?
Okay. You're in England in the 1790s and you powder your wig. Do you only powder it white? Or is it also acceptable to powder it pink?
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm still cleaning up from Brian's act anyway. Okay, I'll tell you, I've never heard of a pink wig in those days. So I'm going to go with the traditional white.
Agree or disagree, Kelly, for the first square?
I disagree.
Your wig could be powdered pink. You were right to disagree, and you get the first. Did you know that?
No. Not my wig.
Always remember, punk rock did start in England.
True.
Tom, your move for an O.
Randy, please.
Okay, Randy Oakes from Onstage America. You've got a face full of freckles. Will rubbing lemon juice on them bleach them away, or will it only make your face taste sour?
No. Oh, it can't. It can't possibly be good for your face. It's just too acidic. I'd say it won't do anything but make your face taste sour.
Agree or disagree, Tom?
I agree.
It will only make your face taste sour. Yes, you're right. You get the square. Still looks sweet, though. Kelly, there's an X and an O. You are playing X and it's your move.
Gene, please.
Okay, Mr. Rayburn?
Yes.
During his presidency, Teddy Roosevelt used to entertain guests by holding these in the East Room of the White House. Did he hold wrestling matches or murder trials?
Well, you know, he was a very athletic figure. He was the traditional guy. He started out to be a 98-pound weakling, and he built himself up deliberately and got to be a very strong, powerful guy. And it's conceivable that he could have had wrestling matches in the White House. And when he would always, that's where the phrase came from, bully for you. He would always say that to the winner. Bully for you.
Agree or disagree, Kelly?
Which president?
Teddy Roosevelt. And Gene says he held wrestling matches.
I agree.
He held wrestling matches in the East Room of the White House. You were right to agree. You get the square. And bully for you. Bully for Kelly Salisbury. Bully for these commercials we're about to watch. And bully for you for coming back in about 2 minutes and see what happens in the $100 game.
Stay tuned for more of the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour. Now back to John Bauman and the Hollywood Squares.
Welcome back, everybody. We're still in the $100 game. Tom Weitzel, you're playing for an O. Pick a star.
I'll take Marty.
Okay, Marty Cohen.
Okay. Hope we do well together, Tom.
On the average, who flies through the air faster? A turkey or a human cannonball?
Ah, this is a trick question. Humans can't fly. So...
But it's a human cannonball.
Oh, like in the circus.
Right, and the turkey is not shot from a cannon.
Okay, this is one of those, this is a trick question, and trust me on this one, Tom. The human cannonball goes approximately 50 miles an hour, but a turkey goes... never flies. So the cannonball would fly faster, the human cannonball.
It says a human cannonball flies faster than a turkey. What do you say, Tom?
I agree with that.
The human cannonball does fly faster than a turkey. Yes, you're right to agree. 45 miles an hour for the human cannonball. No figures for the turkey. And we're back to Kelly, who quite rightly recognized that she made a bit of a strategic error earlier by getting the X down in that corner where she was already blocked up on the top. What are you going to do now?
Renee to block.
Okay. Because you put yourself in kind of a defensive position, but just forget about it and try to concentrate now. Renee Enriquez, your lioness just gave birth to a baby that is covered with spots. Your lioness. Is this the way all newborn lions look? Or has your lioness been fooling around outside her family?
I think she's been fooling around, yes.
He says the lioness has been fooling around. Who had the...
I disagree.
This is the way all newborn lions look. So, you're right to disagree, you get the square, and you do block.
I knew that.
That surprised me. You are a good player. Tom Weitzel, she thwarted you in that position. It's your move.
Take Fern to block.
Right. You missed this one. The game goes to Kelly. Fern Fitzgerald, according to the 1935 edition of Vogue's Book of Etiquette, at a formal lunch, must you always remove your hat, or can a lady eat with her hat on?
A lady can do anything she wants to do. Let's hear it for the ladies. Come on, ladies.
And that was equally true in 1935.
I would say absolutely.
She says a lady
And
can't...
today.
So
and
you say...
tomorrow.
A lady can eat with her hat on?
Yes.
Okay, what do you say, Tom, to block?
I agree.
A lady can eat with her hat on. You're right to agree, you get the square, and you do block. I didn't think that was that easy. Kelly, your move?
Brian, please.
Brian Mitchell.
Yes.
Will a fruit fly mate with a house fly? Or is it only interested in other fruit flies?
Well, now I'm going to be very serious here, folks. A fruit fly is a very little tiny thing. And a fly is a little tiny thing, but not as so. That wouldn't work out, I don't think, very well. So I would say no. They stick to their own kind.
He says a fruit fly will not mate with a house fly. What do you say, Kelly?
I agree.
A fruit fly is only interested in other fruit flies. Yes,
rightly so.
You get the square. Silly house fly. No one turns to buzz off. Tom Weitzel, you are playing O. Pick a star.
Anna.
Okay. The operative situation here is that there are 4 X's on the board. That means that if you miss this question, Kelly will have 5 X's and will win the first game on the basis of 5 of any symbol. Anna Stewart, what does President Reagan have more of? Children or horses?
Horses. Horses.
Agree or disagree, Tom?
I agree.
He has more horses. Yes, you're right to agree. You get the square. 6 horses and only 4 children. Now we got a situation where we got a full board. You pick the star, Kelly.
George.
Yes, we must do it as a formality. The birthday boy.
Yeah.
The game is riding on you. If she gets this square, she wins. If she misses it, Tom wins.
I have a friend who had a pair of lions, and they had a lion pup, and it was dotted and spotted, and they wanted me to autograph it, but I said, I'm not going to sign no dotted lion.
Oh, you're going to love this on your birthday, George. We didn't tell anybody how old you were.
Yeah.
Now we're going to. It's right here on the question, George. You're sweet 16.
Oh.
And you've never been kissed.
I kissed him on his birthday. You all saw that.
Can you still get mononucleosis? Or is that impossible?
Oh, yeah, it's easy when you get the hang of it. You can get it, sure.
He says you can get mononucleosis without being kissed. Agree or disagree, Kelly?
I agree.
For the game.
I agree.
You can get mono without kissing. It has come down to that. You can get it through the air. You get the square, and you win the game with a completely full board. That was quite a thriller. Okay. What it means in the great scheme of things, however, is that Kelly has a lead, but not a safe one. We'll be back to find out what happens on the day after this. $225 for the champ, $100 for the challenger. However, we are going to start a $200 game, so clearly everything's riding on this. Tom, pick a star.
Richard.
Richard Mall.
Yes?
There's a 12-inch zucchini in your garden. Is now the perfect time to pick it? Or are you too late?
If you don't pick it by then, it's got to be too late. I think you should go for it while it's an even foot there and really have a great dinner with it.
But are you saying that it's already too late or it's the perfect time?
Are you trying to give me a hard time?
I'm trying to get your answer.
You know what, John? I don't get it.
Do you give up again?
I give up. I quit.
You gave up yesterday.
I think they
helped me out.
When he was 12 inches tall.
Just break it down to me again real quick.
There are two possibilities here. As always, it's a 12-inch zucchini. It's either the exactly perfect time to pick it or it's really too late to pick it.
I think it'd be a little late.
Okay. What do you say, Tom?
I disagree.
You are too late to pick that 12-inch zucchini. No, you should have agreed. No, it's had it by now. Kelly Salisbury, 1X is up there for you, and it's your move. Pick a star.
Please.
Randy? Randy Oakes. Calm down, everybody. Is it a good idea? Is it a good idea to give honey to your baby, or is that dangerous?
Well, this, really, I don't think it's a great idea, but I don't think it's dangerous. Could you ask me again?
It's either one or the other. I promise you. It's either a good idea or it's actually dangerous. It's either good or bad.
It's bad, then.
She says it's dangerous. What do you say, Kelly?
I agree.
It is dangerous, yes. And I think you reasoned out the way this question was worded very well. It is actively dangerous. It can cause infant botulism, which obviously we don't want. Now you're in a truly defensive position, Mr. Weitzel. Make your move.
Gene DeBlock.
Okay, you missed this one. It's a pretty big lead for Kelly. Does your dog dream when he sleeps? Or do only humans dream?
I'm under the impression that my dog dreams when he sleeps, because he'll be lying there and look peaceful. All of a sudden, he just goes...
Wait, how does he go?
And he does all that, so something is going on in his skull. It must be dreams.
He says your dog dreams. What do you say, Tom, to Block?
I agree.
Dogs dream. You were right to agree. You get this right. Yeah, mine does too. His little nightmares. Very sweet. Not so sweet for you, Kelly. But it is your move.
Brian, please.
Brian Mitchell. Who caused the death of P.T. Barnum's famous elephant, Jumbo? Was Jumbo hit by a train?
Uh-huh.
Or did Barnum shoot him dead for snoring?
Did Barnum shoot him dead for snoring? Now, that's a silly question. You know that, John. But you ask a lot of silly questions on this show, and they're usually right. I'm going to say he shot him dead for snoring, just for the heck of it.
He says P.T. Barnum shot Jumbo dead for snoring. What do you say, Kelly?
I agree.
Jumbo was hit by a train. You should have disagreed with Brian. Barnum shot him dead for... You people are crazy. Your opponent gets that square, and Tom, the tables have turned. Pick a star.
Fern to win.
Okay.
Oh.
This could give you the game and the lead. Fern Fitzgerald, when foreigners come to our country to visit, what do most of them say is their favorite place? Is it California or Texas?
Fern's house.
The eyes of Texas are upon you. It's Texas because they go there to see the house that we use on the show, South Fork Ranch. Of course it's Texas.
Okay.
Fools.
So the lady from the show, Dallas, says that foreigners prefer to go to Texas. Agree or disagree for the game, Tom?
Disagree.
California is foreigners' favorite place in this country. You're right to disagree. You get the square and you win the game. And he was sure of it all along. He has taken the lead. However, there is still time. Sweep the X's and O's immediately off of the board onto a $300 game. Kelly Salisbury, you get to start. Pick a star.
I'd like Richard, please.
Okay, it's still pretty close. Richard Mall, which one of these recordings is now aboard the spaceship Voyager to help us communicate with other life in the universe? Is it Handel's Messiah or Chuck Berry singing Johnny Be Good?
I thought it was the Purple People Eater that they had on there. Get it?
Yeah.
Pick one of these because time is
Okay, Handel's Messiah.
Okay, he says Handel's Messiah is helping us communicate. Agree or disagree, Kelly?
I disagree.
It is Chuck Berry singing Johnny Be Good. That is why you have been the champ. You get the square. Very greasy. I'm quite impressed. Tom Whitesell, your move for an O.
Wait, Randy again.
Randy Oakes.
Okie dokie.
You're taking your first trip to a nudist colony.
Again. Okay, I'll pretend it's my first trip.
And you don't want to do anything stupid. Now, according to body language expert Julius Fast, should you look straight into the other nudist's eyes, or is it perfectly okay to let your eyes drift?
Can you drift down here?
Well...
Drop your keys, Randy. Go for it.
I think because of their whole philosophy that it would be perfectly fine to let your eyes drift. That's how they live.
Agree or disagree,
Crazy.
Tom?
I agree.
You should look into their eyes. You should have disagreed with Randy, and your opponent gets that square. And X goes up. Kelly, the door is not open. The time's up. Bell has rung. He has done it. Tom Whitesell, $375. New champ. Congratulations. He's just going to sit here and kind of compose himself for a minute. Then he's going to zip his way over there, join Gene Rayburn, get set for a shot at the big money. Well, that was one of those things. Today was a day, we had no telephone match today, and, you know, we played Hollywood Squares for probably a little longer than the average amount of time, so even though the bell did stop you from potentially winning the game, we did have a long and fair segment. You were a great champion, Kelly Salisbury.
I had a great time. Thank you.
I'm sorry to see you leave, but you are leaving here with a very nice total of $22,975. Congratulations. Okay, Gene, take it away.
Here we are with Tom. That's one of the tightest games you've ever had on Hollywood Squares, and we congratulate the new champ. We'll be back with him and the stars right after this.
$200 to start with. These shows.
Ready to play?
Oh, yeah.
Are primed.
Boy, am I getting out of her way.
For prime time.
Are you ready to have a go at it?
I'm ready.
And go! From classic concentration
lucky today
to match game Hollywood Squares hour.
Right to agree, and you win the game.
Incredible.
Fabulous.
Never have so many shows been so primed for prime time.
So you ready to go?
I'm ready.
Buzzer Prime. Coming up next.
Oh, I love that.
Right here on Buzzer.
And now, here to play the super match is Gene Rayburn.
Thank you, Gene Wood. Okay. Ready to go. All right, you could win up to $30,000 here. You understand that. Here we go with the super match. We polled an audience not too long ago and said, write down your best answer to this. Blank bull. If you give us the answer they wrote down most frequently, we give you $1,000. For the second choice, $500, and $250 for the third. Whom do you call on for a little assistance here?
Pick Randy.
Super.
Super Bowl is her response.
Marty.
Marty, have you got one?
Slipping down to the collegiate level, the Rose Bowl.
Rose Bowl is his.
And John.
Just because it might encompass two kinds of audience, I'll say Sugar Bowl.
So you have Sugar Bowl, Rose Bowl, and Super Bowl. Now, you have to make a decision. Choose one of those or create one of your own invention.
I'll go with Super Bowl.
Super Bowl would seem to be the logical choice as far as I'm concerned. We'll find out, though, who's right here. Let's go down to the bottom and take a look at the $250 response. Hollywood Bowl.
Depends on where the audience comes from.
Landmark, right.
Yeah.
All right, the $500 response says Rose Bowl.
Oh,
Okay, you
please,
got
oh,
that
please.
one. Looks pretty good for the Super Bowl. Slide the big one. Yes, you got it. $1,000. There it is. Good for you, Tom. Now it's time for the pipe bowl, mixing bowl, and rice bowl were Richard Mall's answers.
Didn't you just die? Aren't
He
you
really
ready to
is
go
in
with
the
him?
swim of things, isn't he? Yeah. All right, now, time for the head-to-head match with any star of your choosing. And after you've made your decision, we'll ask the star to reveal the hidden number. It'll be a 10, a 20, and somewhere up there is just one 30. And we'll multiply the $1,000 by whatever number is revealed. Okay, make your pick.
I'm going to go with Marty.
All right, Marty, he thinks the 30 might be there. Let's take a look. It's 10. You're playing for $10,000.
Poor guy. Poor guy.
All right. Ready, Marty? Here we go. Blank landing, L-A-N-D-I-N-G. I'll let you look at it. Blank landing.
Does spelling count?
No.
Here.
Well, how do you spell Marty? No.
All right, he's ready. You collect the $10,000 if you match him, Tom. That's all there is to it. Easy, isn't it?
That's it. I'll go with Knots Landing.
You say Knots Landing. Well, the audience thinks you're right. We're going to find out right now. That's not one of our shows, is it?
I just flew to Hawaii, and I was so scared on the airplane the whole time.
Why?
Because I was afraid that we were going to have a crash landing right while I was watching TV.
Congratulations, Tom! $11,375. Tom's very excited. He's got a big bundle of money, $11,375. We'll be back with him and the stars right after this. All right, now we want to find out which of the stars had the big number, the 130 that's up there. Stars, ready, set, go.
Pull your tab.
Oh, Ryan Mitchell.
Ryan Mitchell.
Ryan.
Twice in a row, right?
Tom, how tall are you?
About 6'4". Because we're big. We're both pretty decent-sized guys, but this guy has got us dwarfed. However, I think we can one-up him.
All right.
With a little help from one of the celebrities, the man who brought you Pipe Bowl, Mixing Bowl, Richard Moll. Come on down here.
Now that is big.
Just step right in here and take care of this guy.
All right.
Now I feel worse than ever.
Gene Rayburn saying, join us tomorrow.
John Bauman saying, so long for the match game. Hollywood Squares Hour.
A member of our studio audience will receive a Kelvinator continuous cleaning electric range. Is 30 inches wide, has 2 large and 2 standard size surface units. Automatic oven timer and clock furnished by Kelvinator. This is Gene Wood speaking for the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour. A Mark Goodson television production.